Let's do this wholesome visualization. Close your eyes right now and just visualize those Jeffrey friends that you have from high school. You know those ones, like those low status losers, the kind of ones that you used to play video games with. And just visualize them when they're 25 years old and now they're like adult losers. They're sat on the couch. They still have a little bit of youth amongst them. You know, some of them still have like pimples and stuff, but they're kind of like adults now. They're sat on the couch drinking beers and laughing about stupid shit that they used to. They're all broke and you're in the middle. And you fit in. You're actually a part of the gang. You fit in with these guys. This is how most young men's future is gonna go. You see these guys that you don't want to be like, the kind of guys who don't get girls, who don't make money, who aren't making their parents proud of them, who aren't even doing anything productive, who spend their time on video games and sending messages to girls on Snapchat and Instagram. And you are likely to still be a part of them unless you create a massive change in your life. That's why I got into monk mode in 2020. I had friends in the city that I used to live in. I had a girlfriend that I used to live with, and I gave it all away to move back home, to just go full on monk mode, solo mode through COVID. Didn't really speak to anyone, just worked on my business and fitness. That was it. Business, fitness, business, fitness, business, fitness. I started with a pretty shitty physique because I had been, eating a bunch of junk food and not training through the first few months of COVID. I had like chest fat. If you saw me, you could probably tell that I lift weights, but you wouldn't have realized that I had been training for like 5 years before then. And I basically didn't even have a business. I had just been posting a few videos to YouTube and maybe I had 40 subscribers. If you just scroll down a little bit, see how many subscribers I've got now. My physique's really fucking good as well. I got onto monk mode during that period and I ruthlessly just optimized for success. I optimized for my goals. I optimized to become more masculine. And I'm not lying to you, like I worked super fucking hard. There were days when I'd wake up and my entire body was so sore from how much I trained to the point that it almost felt like too uncomfortable to get out of bed, but I would do it anyway every single day at 6 a.m. Get up, morning routine, cold shower, meditation, gratitude, exercise, all of these things that I was doing. I remember of how difficult it used to be. And I used to have these powerful mindsets that, I didn't want to go to the gym, but I would say to myself, one step at a time, one step at a time. Which that meant to me that instead of thinking of how hard my workout is going to be, like I used to work out in the park, all I would have to do is just do the next step, like putting on my shoes, putting on my earphones, stepping outside of the door, running to the park, setting up my gymnastic rings. That's all I had to do. I did this routine during COVID. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was lonely as fuck. It was really fucking lonely. I remember a few key moments where COVID started to like kind of die down a little bit and you were allowed to be a little bit more social. I remember going to the park and there was a few guys playing with a frisbee. And as I ran past them, I kind of like shouted something over of like, oh, that looks awesome, whatever. And they let me play with them and it was really fun. It was like, the first social thing I did for like a year straight. That I'm playing with these guys, playing frisbee. It was like really fucking fun and I got their phone numbers. And then, it was wholesome as fuck. I was thinking, damn, like I found my friends, this is so cool. I've literally not had friends for a fucking year. I'm sending them text messages and stuff and they're replying and then they just stop replying. And I've sent 2 messages and I don't want to like, appear like a loser or whatever. So I just kind of like, feel a little bit upset, but I'm like, whatever, they're just busy or something. Send them another message. Hey, do you want to come hit this workout with me? No reply. Weeks later, I'm running around my city, like I'm doing a massive run or I've just finished my workout. I remember I was like so close to my home and I run past 2 of the guys and I kind of like stop to speak to them and I could see the sort of awkwardness where it was like they didn't really want me to be there. So I just kind of like, I said to them, oh yeah, it's good to see you guys. Fist bump. And I started to keep on running. And I felt so fucking awkward. I felt so uncomfortable that like, that they saw me as like, I don't know, some person they didn't want to hang out with. When I think back to that moment and to many moments during this period, like, it was sad, it was lonely, it was difficult, but I built a really successful business during this time because I was so focused. My fitness got to the best it's ever been because I was so focused. I was able now to retire my family, to afford anything that I want. I feel like I have unlimited cash. Like I make a fuck ton of money. You wouldn't even believe how much money I make. Fuck ton of money. I was able to build that through this period of monk mode. So if you're like a young guy right now watching this and thinking this is what you need, like you need that big fucking chapter of growth and you've got, guys in your life right now, like these Jeffrey friends that you don't really like. You've got family that don't really believe in you. They're telling you that you've got to go to university even though you'd rather pursue entrepreneurship. This could be the path for you. But there's a problem though. I want you to think of the biggest problem with monk mode and just picture 2 guys. Jeffrey gets onto monk mode. He doesn't talk to anyone and he just tries to grind. He goes to the gym. He tries to make money online. Adonis works as hard as Jeffrey, but not on monk mode. He goes on a different kind of protocol where he works hard, he goes to the gym, but he also socializes and talks to people. He cold approaches the cute girl that he's attracted to, and he learns to speak to girls. He sees that guy over there, he fist bumps him and compliments him, and suddenly he has a workout partner. Suddenly he's working out harder. He's going on dates. And when he goes on these dates, he takes a little bit of content. You know, he takes a little selfie with the girl, a little video of them together or something. Then he uses that in his business. And then his business makes more money. He's spending time with people, but in a productive way. In 1 year, who's going to be more successful, Jeffrey or Adonis? Of course, Adonis. Now, they're both working really hard. But Adonis just added in finding good people and also spending productive time with them. So these days, I don't actually recommend young guys to get onto monk mode. I did it before, but there's something so much better than monk mode, and it's what I call the Adonis protocol. Imagine it's like monk mode, like a really hard grind self-improvement chapter that you're about to go on to. But instead of becoming a social autist who doesn't really know how to speak to people, who isn't invited to social events, you become the life of the social circle. You become so social, inviting and warm and charismatic. You learn how to flirt with girls. You learn how to befriend guys. And you integrate that into your self-improvement because you know the truth that your self-improvement is not just about business and fitness and stuff, but it's also about the relationships that you have in your life. It almost blows your mind to think of how foolish you've been to consider that self-improvement is you detaching away from other people when in fact self-improvement is you actually going to them more. It's just that you've got to find one, non-loser people, like non-Jeffreys, and then two, learn the social skills to actually attract these people. That's what I call the Adonis protocol. It's how you get to the Adonis kind of lifestyle where you've built up the success, you know, you feel healthy and fit, you've got the money, but you've got the people. You've got the beautiful woman by your side, your beautiful feminine wife. You've got your children. You've got your masculine friends. You've got that extra bit which actually aids your self-improvement. Because building a relationship with a masculine friend, you're automatically going to make more muscle when you train with a guy. You're going to make more money in business when you have another business-minded friend. Monk mode just makes you like too socially autistic, where then you're that loser guy who doesn't fit in with anyone else, and you're just lonely. And then basically, I'm your only friend, and I'm not even friends with you. This is a parasocial relationship. I'm just making these videos to a fucking camera and you're watching this thing and yeah, me and Hamza are so cool, bro. Like, take a selfie with me, bro. Like, this is not to say that monk mode won't work for you. It is awesome for you to just focus in on business or fitness or your career or your studies. But having good people in your life will actually help you to get better results with the grind. Because imagine monk mode where you're completely alone and all you do is study, compared to all you really do is study, but you always study next to a guy who also gets high grades. In which one are you going to get higher grades? Of course, the one where you've got the friend. So we need to integrate social life into self-improvement. I find that so many guys on self-improvement become weirdly more socially autistic and weird when they should become more charismatic. You can't look at self-improvement videos like those cringe ones which don't even have like, you know, a person recording them. It's like some cringe faceless channel like Far From Weak, the fucking pussy. You can't look at those videos and think, oh yeah, this is good. This is my social life for today. I'll just watch a couple of these videos. This is the height of life. No, like education's important, but you need to go out and actually learn to speak to people. Like, bro, can you flirt with a girl? If you've got like a crush on this girl, can you speak to her? And don't bullshit now and say, oh, but that's degenerate, I'm Muslim. No. Even if you're Muslim, you'll eventually need to talk to your fucking future wife and learn how to manage a woman's emotions. Can you do that? Can you like learn to even hold eye contact with a girl? Have you been next to 4 or 5 masculine friends and learned what it's like to give each other shit and to criticize each other? Because this is what masculine guys do. We'll literally make fun of each other. Would you like act like a pussy around me and my friends when we randomly roast you? Would you think it's an insult because you've been spending all your time with your single mother and your weak, feminine, low-T friends? So what is the success and the fitness all for if you can't eventually integrate that into an awesome social life? So then why not add in the social life right now with good people that will slingshot you and boost your results in these areas that you care about? So this is exactly what you do. You ditch self-improvement forever. You ditch monk mode forever. You ditch any of these other things forever. You get onto Adonis protocol. Now, I could have made a course selling this for $500. I won't. I could have made a public video trying to get AdSense for this and trying to get views for this. I won't. I made a step-by-step, like detailed, like intellectual course on how you can create a new version of yourself. that like you 2.0. Adonis Protocol won't just be your self-improvements protocol, but it will actually help you to integrate relationships and business success inside of that. So it's like the full plan of becoming a capable man. And it's for you for free. It's the top link in the description. I think it's some of the best work that I've done putting this together and releasing it for free. Along with that, you will also join my free community, which is called Adonis Gang. And there's 100,000 other masculine guys in there talking about the Adonis Protocol, fitness, bulking, cutting, looks maxing, everything. I really think you'll like that. Scroll down right now, go click on that top link in the description to go and view the Adonis Protocol and go start your first day on it. If I got onto this instead of monk mode 4 years ago, I'd be significantly past the point that I am now. I know it. And I would have had way more pleasant social experiences, which would have just been nice to, have more friends. Click and watch this video right now, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah!